Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. As a man, live up to your own standard. As a man, now I've said constantly, as a man, your first relationship is with yourself. Your main relationship is to yourself. As a man, you gotta live up to your own standards. You gotta go the path that you want to go in. Because let's get back to what I said a few days ago when I talked about a woman always comparing a man to another man. At the end of the day, they're using different comparisons. Remember, I used 4 different comparisons. That was actually the house of the man. That was the house of the man, because I talked about the warrior. That's the daddy and everything. That's protecting the family. I talked about the eagle. That's a more logical, rational thinker. The hunter, that was more the man who is going to go out there and get that money. He's cold-blooded. He's going to get that money, because you got to kill something sometimes. Well, not literally, but, in a way to get that money, And then the healer, that's more the party man and everything. Every man is going to have one thing that's dominant. You're not going to be like that other guy over there. So you got to live like to your own standard. You can't be like that other man over there. I don't care what. That's why I always say, don't be jealous of that other man, because you bringing something different to the table. You got to have your own standard. Your standard. What you're trying to do. You might be more of that stay-at-home guy and everything. Live to that standard. Or you might be more that intellectual. Live to that standard. Or, more that money man. Go out there, hustle and everything. Live to that standard. Or more the party guy or more the healer type. Live to that standard. Reason why is you. It's you. And, I always talk about a tribe. The women who gonna want you, they want you for whatever your standard is. But see, you can't allow a woman to control you. Because remember, this week I also talked about, not allowing yourself to be used by women. See, you living to her standard. You trying to please her. Nah, This is who you are. You need for her to want you first for who you really are, and then to live up to your standard. But then you got to live up to your standard yourself. Seriously, you can't be somebody else. One of the worst things I see out here is a man worried about that other man. He gonna cut his hair like the other man because he see that man getting a woman. First of all, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that for a second. Yeah, you see that other man getting a woman, but a woman looking at him totally different than what she looking at you. And he's getting the women that are in his tribe. All right, yeah, you might find some of them physically appealing and whatnot, but that's still not you. That's like, oh, okay, that's you, cool, boom. You don't worry about that any further. You worry about yourself, your own standard. It's like, this is what you're going to do. This how you going to wear your clothes. You don't worry about that next man. Yeah, and there's plenty of content creators saying, oh, you got to do this and that. Bump them. Because notice, I say, look, find what you got that's good for yourself. I don't tell you to try to be like me. There's been a couple of people who follow me say, yeah, I try to talk like you, Uncle Rom. And it's like, no, that's not you, though. Have your own standard, your own personality. That's what you're trying to do. You're not trying to be like someone else, because your main relationship is with yourself. With yourself. You don't worry about the next man. You don't worry about that. That's not who you are. That's not who your mission. I'm gonna talk about mission this Friday, but that's not who you are. You gotta first figure out what you're trying to do with your life. You got to figure out what standards you want for a woman. You know, you might want that woman who is just going to sit at home and have the kids and everything. And that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. Or you might want that woman who is on some intellectual tip or something like that. And I've seen couples like that, you know. I've seen couples like that. You know, they both into the books, they read, and they can have those intellectual conversations and everything. Or you might be that hustler out there. You need that woman out there going to hustle with you. Or you that party guy, and you want that woman out there looking sexy, partying right along with you. But remember, she has to match what you have. Remember that. You got to think about that. You got to think about your standard for yourself, then the standard for the woman that you're going to deal with. You see, you get some guys out there, unfortunately, they might, you know, the woman's showing some interest, right? The woman is showing some interest. So the guy might say, well, I'm going to get with her anyway. And it's wrong. It is wrong. Because they doing neither one of them a favor. That guy is, first of all, he wasting her time. He wasting his time. Because when you living up to your standards, you got to live every single day. Let me say that again. You got to live every single day on your mission. Like I said, I'm going to talk about that this coming Friday, okay? Seriously, you can't be caught up in somebody else's thing. And there's nothing wrong. Look, and I know some guys will probably say, well, something wrong with her. Is it? Even if you want to be on some nerd stuff. I've known plenty of nerds who still got a woman, still happy with their lives. And that's the important thing. Very important. They were still living their lives. They were living according to their standards. They were dealing with women, with life, not just with women, but just with life on their standard. They were happy. Because I'm going to tell you what, when you're not living according to your standard or you chasing around everybody else's stuff, you're not happy. You are not happy. You know, you try to get a haircut like these other people, or even with body game. You ain't getting the body that you're happy with, that you're good with. You trying to get somebody else's body. I'm going to tell you what, when you're doing that, you're never going to be happy. Because you're never going to be them no matter what you do. You know, even matching them, even trying to match them, you're not going to be happy. Because deep down, you're going to want to be who you're going to be. And that's who you need to focus on. That's who you need to focus on. Live to your own standard. There's like no ifs, ands, and buts to it. All right. So anyway, I want y'all to think about that. All right. Live up to your own standard. I want y'all to do that. You know, that's why I say, even with body, I'm known for body game, but what do I say? I say, get your best body, the body you're comfortable with. All right. And I've been pushing that more and more. And I'm still going to say that, you know, the lifestyle that you want to live, your lifestyle. Okay. So remember that. So anyway, that's all I have for right now. Live to your own standard, okay, fellas? And I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.